First up on the podcast, we have Colonel-Majora.
Once again.
And he's going to tell us some more interesting facts about the Legend of Zelda series.
You know, it's amazing how, remember way back when he was on the Keaton quiz and then he got booted off and he said that he was going to spam us with segments?
Yeah.
He really wasn't kidding, was he?
No.
You want to know how many I have in backlog?
Don't tell me. I really don't want to know.
Okay, take it away, Colonel!
Hey guys, Colonel-Majora back here again for more Legendary Reflections. Last time, when I did the whole trivia segment thing, I enjoyed learning interesting facts about Zelda that I'd never seen before when I was doing the whole research thing, and I think a fair amount of you did as well. So I'm going to give it another shot, and I've got some slightly different things this time, so yeah. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you learned something. I'll start this time off with some plain old interesting facts that I think are just cool to know. Here's some stuff for in-game occurrences, mostly for A Link to the Past. On the Game Boy Advance port of A Link to the Past, there's a riddle quest that you can play once you get 10 courage medals in the same file's Four Swords game. It involves bringing specific items into the house of Q Bumpkin the Lumberjack to solve riddles based on clues that he gives you. Once you solve all 10 riddles, you learn the Hurricane Spin, and you'll have all the Carver's statues in Link's house. They can be sprinkled with magic powder to show interesting little effects. On the same port of A Link to the Past, if you jump off a ledge inside a dungeon, use the magic mirror exactly when you jump off and then dash into a wall, then you'll activate a glitch to go through the walls. And since every dungeon is on the same level grid, you can get to any dungeon in either world. Do this in Thieves Town and move to the right in certain ways to get to the Four Sword Palace without ever having to beat Four Swords, like I never could. It's an awesome dungeon, so it's definitely worth it. Finally, for A Link to the Past, Aghanim's magic can be reflected with the bug net, and similarly, Phantom Ganon's magic can be reflected with a bottle in both Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker. That is just sad. Here's one for Ocarina of Time. In the game's code, there is an enemy ID of an R-Wing ship from the Star Fox series. You can only bring it out with Game Shark codes, but it's fully integrated into the game, being attackable and being able to shoot you with its laser guns. Weird. Last one. In Link's Awakening, you can steal from Maeve Village's shop, but after that, your in-game name will always be Thief. And the next time you walk into the shop, the owner will kill you. Fortunately, you can let him do that, and then repeat the process as many times as you want to get free stuff forever. Ocarina of Time was originally such a large game for the N64 to handle that Shigeru Miyamoto thought to possibly make it in the style of Super Mario 64, going to different areas of Hyrule via paintings in Ganon's castle acting as the main hub area. This was obviously dropped, but led to the fight with Phantom Ganon involving him flying in and out of paintings. I like this one. During Minish Cap's promotional stages, 6 24-karat gold Game Boy Advance SPs were available to be won if you found a gold ticket in a box of a gold-plated Zelda Edition Game Boy Advance SP, and one other was given away in a contest. Unfortunately, no one has given any notice of winning them, nor have online auctions appeared, and Nintendo has not mentioned much regarding the winnings, so no one knows where they actually are now. Lastly, Four Swords Adventures is, in North America, a combo of the standard Hyrulean Adventure and Shadow Battle mode, but it was originally meant to be 3 separate games available for retail. These would be the Hyrulean Adventure, Shadow Battle, and another mode available now only in Japan, called Navi Trackers, first planned to be called Tetris Trackers. This game involved heavily using the Game Boy Advance and TV screen, much like the Wii U console, to look for Wind Waker's Tetra and her crew to gain stamps within a specific time limit. They were all fully voiced over, and there was even a full 3D intro in Wind Waker style, with the first ever 3D appearance of Red, Blue, and Purple Link in a Zelda game. Again, unavailable in North America, this game is included in Japan's version of Four Swords Adventures. Now, just one myth. Wind Waker's Nintendo gallery can be filled prior to the second quest. A lot of people believe that some pictures can't be taken until the second quest, where you get to start with the deluxe Picto Box in your items. Even some things like Nintendo Power's official player's guide have claimed this. but this is wrong. It's just tricky. All rare pictographs can be picked up from Lenzo once you see them in cutscenes, even in the first playthrough. Also, you have to get Puppet Ganon's picture during battle. Save the game, exit, and go show the picture to Karlov for the figurine before you beat Puppet Ganon. It's tough but possible to fill the whole gallery the first time around. Just a small controversy today. Back when Ocarina of Time was in its advertising stages, one of its trailers had text saying, "Whilst thou soar" or "Whilst thou suck." But originally the text said, "Whilst thou get the girl" or "Play like one." This was quickly changed for obvious reasons of offensiveness. Now some possibilities and or theories. These are just some interesting theories that I think everyone should really think of a little bit, at least a little bit. I didn't think of any of these myself, but I've seen them used multiple times, certainly more times than a lot of other theories. So yeah. Number 1, on the third day of Majora's Mask, you can talk with the sisters at Romani Ranch and see that Cremia will let Romani drink Chateau Romani, the semi-alcoholic milk, even though she's just a kid. This is odd because at the end of the night, you can talk to them outside where Romani is still all cheery as usual, but Cremia seems nervous while talking to you. Maybe this is all because she's scared and knows that they will die from the moon falling and wants to let Romani have some magic milk for the first and only time she'll get to. Or maybe it'll keep her drowsy and unaware of the disaster when it finally happens. Finally, the so-called Tetra Force. This theory spawned in the early days of Ocarina of Time when the original design of the Hylian shield had the Triforce on top and an upside-down yellow triangle at the bottom. This led people to theorizing about a fourth golden triangle that fit in the hole in the Triforce. Some people say that a fourth piece is relevant to a fourth goddess, like Hylia, or the unnamed goddess of time, or maybe those are the same person. I still need to do some research on that. Anyway, others discuss possibilities of the fourth piece being of a different type of power, i.e. Minish Cap's light force, or an evil Triforce of some sort related to Majora or the fierce deity. It's all pretty out there. But Nintendo and Miyamoto have stated that the Tetra Force is completely fan-based and has never been planned officially, and personally, I think it's just a bit ridiculous. But that's all I got. Well, it's not, but I can't fit any more in here. Let me know if you think you know something that I don't, or something that no one else does, or just something cool that you think someone should know. Let me know what you thought of the segment in the comment section or at colonel-majora@gmail.com, and good day, good night, and good game.
Thank you so much for your segment, Colonel.
Lots of interesting facts about the Legend of Zelda series.
We'll move on to our next segment.